In D.C., we are finally just a few moments away from baseball. Really just operating out of an abundance of caution because the sky was pretty nasty for a little while. Fortunately, it didn't rain, if at all, so that was good. Unfortunately, we are an hour late, but still, nice clear night, beautiful night for baseball. Country night, too. That's why my man is wearing the cowboy hat still. Rocking.
And boots, come on.
And the boots. Sorry, that's my bad. Yeah, the boots, too. Take a look at that. Get him up there. Look at this. I mean, is that not phenomenal?
Well,
or what?
The main thing is Anthony Rendon, he had bought these for me, so
if it's free, it's for me.
He's wealthy. That's a fact. But he lost a bet, therefore he bought them for me. Not the other way around.
Well, you look very festive tonight. Glad to be spending the night with you. You know what they say, travels is defense, and hopefully that carries over because early on last night, the defense was great.
Yeah, and you look at this, my favorite plays in baseball because there's so many people involved, relays, double cuts, all that. Well, last night, Dylan Cruz and Steve Nunez to Cabert and then Andrew Pinkney. And then to C.J. Abrams, 89 miles an hour out of Andrew's arm, 90 out of the arm of C.J. to get Justin Crawford, one of the fastest in the game. And my goodness, we got a lot on display tonight, especially about that driving in runs, Mr. Paul Severino.
That's right, the DirecTV new era. Look at this. The two guys at the top of the list, C.J. Abrams and Sal Stewart. We hope at least one of them adds to that list over the next few days.
The first one
is the one I'm rooting for, of course. So there you have it. He is C.J. Abrams right now tops in Major League Baseball with 88 RBIs, with Sal Stewart right on his heels. So ready for baseball. Cade Cavalli and company out there to take the field. And we will take a look at the starting lineup. Second meeting between these two teams this year. Nationals took 2 out of 3 in Cincinnati, but we take a look at the starting lineup. Ellie De La Cruz, Sal Stewart, J.J. Bleday go 1, 2, 3. Then Stevenson, the catcher. Eugenio Suarez is the DH hitting 5th. Hector Rodriguez, Marte, Hayes, and McLean to round out the order. And the ball goes to Cade Cavalli, who's been great. 27 years old. He'll turn 28 in a couple of months, and he makes start number 25.
Yeah, 25th start on the year for Cade Cavalli, and you're looking at a guy that has really come into his own this year. Early on, trying to find that, that swag, that confidence of what has built within. But a 3.52 ERA, it's been going down, 122 and 2/3 innings. The part that I like, the whip has gone down. It was at a 1.4 at one point earlier in this year. It started to creep down to that 1.2, 1.29. Like to see what we have gotten from Cade Cavalli of late, especially.
Yeah, he's been terrific.
Here's the StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. Here's his pitch arsenal, and that's a big part about this. The 4-seam fastball, curveball, sinker, sweeper, changeup, and we are throwing in that cutter because those two pitches are now becoming a bigger deal. He is throwing that cutter quite a bit more, especially to the left-handers. Righties are getting it, but the lefties are getting it. Something coming in, something not fading away, not getting over there with the curveball, but that cutter has been such a vital pitch for him. The defense by Cade Cavalli. Dalen Lyle in left field, Jacob Young at center, and Dylan Cruz out and right. There's a lot of ground to be covered with these guys. We know that. House, Nunez, left side, Tenna, and Ortiz on the right with Harry Ford behind the plate.
All right, we're ready for some baseball, on a Friday night in Washington, D.C. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for sticking with us. And a special thanks to those watching on Fox 5 tonight as well. Ellie De La Cruz to lead it off. Twice an all-star, the stud out of the Dominican Republic digs in against Cade Cavalli. We are finally ready to go.
We are finally ready to go.
Just let it breathe, buddy. Here we go. All right, now we got baseball. 98 miles an hour on the outer third for a strike, and it's 0-1. The Reds have been playing some pretty good baseball. They've won 4 straight. They just swept the Athletics. And De La Cruz, Stewart, Bleday, Stevenson, those top 4 hitters, all with home runs in the game yesterday. This one will not get out. Just a ground ball to the third baseman, Brady House, and there is one away.
I know this is just a small thing, but that first pitch, I mean, it's corner, right? But it's at 98. And then you follow it up with a sinker just off the plate. I mean, that's pitching, right? You attack at 98, you're going to have to cheat on it anyways. But if you go and locate corners, all the power to you.
And speaking of power, there's a lot of it right here with Sal Stewart, an all-star earlier this year. 25 home runs, and he takes a strike with that knuckle curve. In the mix certainly for a National League Rookie of the Year. Passed Joey Votto with that 25th home run. Votto had 24 homers in 2008, so he's second on the Reds rookie homer list. The guy who's certainly familiar with these parts, Frank Robinson, the only one who has more, 38 homers back in 1956.
Yeah, but I don't think Sal Stewart was a taxi squad member of a fall league team.
Probably not.
Joey Votto. Oh yeah. Mesa Solar Sox in 2005. All of us looking at him going, why are you playing every other day or twice a week?
Stewart grounds out, and a couple of ground ball outs for Cavalli, who had a season high 11 ground ball outs his last time out. Let's take a look at the umpires. Laz Diaz, the crew chief behind the plate. Eric Backus is at first. Dexter Kelly at second. And Chris Siegel over at third. Now 11 ground ball outs last time out. That was in a loss to Atlanta on Sunday at Truist Park. But 21 ground ball outs over the course of his last 2 starts. So that's certainly one way to keep the ball in the yard, as J.J. Bleday fouls that one off his foot, and he'll walk that one off.
That one did not feel good.
Don't think so.
Well, having a heck of a year, J.J. Bleday, and it started with the Nats in that 3rd game. 3rd place, a couple homers, 6 RBI, I think it was.
Yeah, he had himself a big series. He was 6 for 11, 9 ribbies, a couple of home runs over the course of that 3-game set. Also walked 4 times.
How you feeling? Not good, but let's go. Let's do this.
Let's do it. Fine.
Let's have a blast.
Originally drafted by the Marlins, spent some time with the A's, and this in his first year with Cincinnati. Bleday back in there. 0-1 from Cavalli, and 0-2.
Playing games here at Nats Park. 10 for 34, 2 homers, 7 RBI, including a 6 RBI game in last year for the A's.
Cavalli ahead 0-2 to Bleday. Skies this one, shallow left center field. See who's going to take this one. It'll be Dalen Lyle, and it's a 1-2-3 first for Cade Cavalli. Country night here at Nationals Park. Glad you're with us. Reds and Nationals, bottom of the 1st inning, first of a 3-game series, and we take a look at the starting lineup tonight. Once again, C.J. Abrams, the DH, in the top spot. Avi Ortiz and Brady House after him. Lyle, Cruz, and Ford in the middle. Nunez, Tenna, and Jacob Young to round out the order. Couple of chases due up here for the Cincinnati Reds. Chase Burns tomorrow, Chase Petty today. But this will be more of, we would think, more of a bullpen type game tonight for Cincinnati. 16th game, 3rd start for Mr. Petty.
Yeah, 3rd start this year that he's had, and you look at it, 10 2/3 in those 2 starts before. In those, 2 strikeouts, 3 walks. So he's got more strikeouts when he's been the reliever. Sinker, changeup, sweeper, 4-seamer, slider. It's a long arm. You see it for a while. There's no deception really when you look at it, but it's firm.
Abrams getting his first look at Petty. He was 5 for 17 in the series against Philadelphia. And a strike inside part of the plate at 95 miles an hour. '28 home runs, and as we showed you before, a major league best 88 RBIs, and he'll be on to start the night. Line drive over second.
Nice way to start for the Nationals. A little slider that stays up and away. Get on playing with it and hammer it through. 105 off the bat. Beautiful. First CJ now gets Chase Petty this year. Only 1 for 1 stealing. Oh, look at Tyler Stevenson behind the plate. Been one of the best as far as ABS. 14 of 90 stealing out or on base runners this year. Averages right around 2-0. He's got a cannon, but it's not a very quick release.
Brings up Avi Ortiz, who was 2 for 10 at his first major league home run in that series against Philadelphia. And now sends this one down the right field line, but makes a right-hand turn.
Well, that's the changeup. Changeup, sinkers, four-seamers. A couple versions of that slider, the sweeper slider to lefties, sinker sweeper to righties.
Abrams away from first. Petty has the sign and delivers home, missing away. Petty, number 26 overall pick by the Twins in 2021 out of high school in New Jersey, but traded to the Reds in a deal for Sonny Gray in March of 2022. His last major league outing was against Cleveland at the end of July. He was sent to AAA and added back to the roster after the trade deadline.
Yeah, grew up in South Jersey. Grew up a Yankee fan, not a Phillies fan that you would expect. Chase Petty, because he probably hated Tito as a manager, you know.
Could have been it. Sure, he loves him now. Everybody does. Terry Francona, one of the great men around Major League Baseball, a baseball lifer for sure. That one's hit well out towards center, sends Rodriguez back, twisting on the track to make the catch, and retreating is Abrams.
He just missed that one. Great swing right there. Four-seamer, top of the zone, little upshoot on it. Next thing you know, you get under it just enough. Held up nice though. Hector Rodriguez playing center field for the first time here in the big leagues. That guy can hit. It's the old cliche, if you could hit, we can find a place for you.
Right. 27 home runs in AAA this year.
That's it, huh?
That's all. Brady House, 8 home runs of his own at the big league level.
What, 2 lefties in the pen for them? So I mean, you mix and match, you put them mix him right in between Daniel Lyle and Avi Ortiz.
That's why we always talk so much, just kind of as an industry, about lineup construction. And sometimes it's, you know, how does our lineup line up the best, but also against who we're facing. And that
right.
might be why it changes a couple times.
Well, you see, like Jose Tena is now in the 8, and usually you see him right there in the 3 if he plays for the most part. But with a bullpen day and not knowing exactly how it's going to be, because number one, Tito told us on my show today on Sirius XM that he doesn't script anything. Go figure.
Sounds old school.
But he's like, there's so much that, like, and I love what he says. There's so much that goes on in a game that you could script, but you're not going to script that, right? Like, it just certain situations, the strike throwing, 2,000 wins.
Yeah, you get to that 2,000 number, and I'm going to say, even though we've got every number under the sun, I'd trust the eye test there. That one took a funny hop on De La Cruz, and it trickles into center field, so a break there for the Nationals. Looked like it may have been pretty much a tailor-made double play. Not sure if there was a late hop that got up on him, but Nats will take it.
Yeah, big hop right here. Boom. Plays him. If he stays through it. But this is the thing, like, putting the ball in play is one thing, putting the ball in play hard. Good things can happen, I truly believe. And that one was some nasty topspin, only the 12th error this year by Ellie De La Cruz. He's had some time off too, but he's cleaned up the defensive side quite a bit.
So fielder's choice and an E6 there for De La Cruz. As Freddie mentioned, a dozen errors right now for him. But kind of, it's one of those funny ones, right? When you look at errors for a guy like that, it's like he makes more errors just because he gets to more balls.
100%. 100%. A lot of the seams too.
Yeah. The more range at times can almost hurt you in a weird way. That one up and away to Dalen Lyle.
I bring it up often, like on here, playing with Eric Ibar with the Angels. That guy covered more ground than I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I played with Omar Vizquel. He covered more ground than him, but he made more errors because he got to those balls.
Right.
That he shouldn't have. You're like, whoa.
Their hits for
I'm like,
80%
awesome.
of the other shortstops. Well, Lyle had a big series against the Reds in Cincinnati. Picks up right where he left off with a 3-run homer to right.
Well, 4 homers now against the Reds this year for Dalen Lyle. 104 off the bat. His 4th 3-run homer of the season. That ball was smushed. Changeup that he left up. And that, you know what? Your manager on his birthday, get him 3 runs early. Attaboy.
And you know what else? There is some loud contact. The single, the fly ball, what turned out to be the error, and that home run. That's 4 exit velocities over 100 miles an hour. So the Nats have come out swinging here in this first inning. And with that one big swing, it's 3-0.
Hitting 197 against changeups this year. 15 for 76 until that moment with the homer. Now 2 homers.
And really, that is the start that you're looking for.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Runs were hard to come by during the losing streak. On the road trip on the whole, runs hard to come by, but you get back home. Got a big homestand here with the Reds and the Cubbies coming in, and a 3 spot in the first, and with 1 out, they're still not done.
Let's take a look at that home run. Change up, leave it up, and stay behind it. I mean, you get that foot down, no leak out forward. Just the 2-hand finish. What a beautiful swing by that kid. God, he's got such great hands. My goodness.
Dylan Cruz pops this one up back behind home plate. Stevenson gives it a courtesy look, but it's out of play.
Tyler Stevenson a little concerned about that right there. Huh? JJ Bleday in left field, Hector Rodriguez in center, and Noelvi Marte in right. Got some infielders out there in the outfield. Key Brian Hayes at third base, De La Cruz at shortstop, McLean Stewart right side with Tyler Stevenson behind the plate. McLean finally made an error this year. He's got 3. Broke his streak. He's almost 2 seasons worth.
That's it.
Catcher 7 to the ball call.
And usually he's been right this year.
ABS Challenge powered by T-Mobile.
How about this? He's 72 for 101 this year, and he's added 19 strikeouts, almost 20.
That's incredible. And I'm no mathematician,
Like
but that is nearly 72%.
That nearly is a look. It saves you because before it was 72.
That's right. And now Cruz just a little out in front of that one. But it traveled a ways. They're liking what they're seeing from Petty early on here.
Well, he's leaving everything up in the zone. Oh, beautiful sky.
But those are some of the dark clouds that kept us from starting on time tonight. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 97 miles an hour up and out of the zone. 1 away, but a big swing has given the Nats an early lead.
Runs have been hard to come by early in games of late. Simple swing, simple approach, elevate to celebrate.
I'll just tack on at least 3 more to this point, but the Nationals, most first inning runs in baseball this year, and that will certainly help tonight. Cade Cavalli, the best and hottest pitcher the Nationals have, who went 1-2-3 in the top of this inning. His battery made Harry Ford down in the count 0-1. Swings over the changeup, 0-2. Ford was 2 for 8, couple of walks, couple of strikeouts in the series in Philadelphia. Gets another start behind the plate today. Night off for Keibert Ruiz. 0-2 from Petty. Bounce toward third. He's got a Gold Glove over there. Brian Hayes makes the play, and the inning is over. But a 3 spot thanks to Dalen Lyle, who has crushed Reds pitching this year.
Mom! 3-0 Nationals here in the top of the second. You guys mentioned Dalen Lyle having a big series against Cincinnati last time out. I asked Blake Butera how much that could fuel him this time around. He goes, yeah, hopefully seeing that uniform again can bring some confidence for Dalen. But just for him, some things that he's working on in terms of his pitch selection. He did a really good job of getting his pitch the last couple days in Philadelphia, but he was most frustrated because getting that pitch to hit was just a little bit off with timing. So timing, a big thing for him that he's looking for right now. Hopefully that cured some of that timing for this series.
Yeah, I would say the timing looked pretty good right there. But over the course of a long season, Franny, that's got to be the thing that hitters battle the most on a day-to-day basis, is just making sure they're on time, right?
Make sure you're on time and keeping those bad thoughts out. Because the bad thoughts always creep in, disrupt your timing. And I like guys like Dalen should not have these like longer stretches of struggle, I think, with the quickness and the strength of his swing. I mean, it is a quick two-handed swing. Handsy, like there's not a lot going on with it, right?
Well, probably not thrilled that there's only a couple of series against each NL Central team, because, I mean, those are, you extrapolate that out. That's your big word of the day. Those are like MVP type numbers for him. So, and to the point that you're making and that Alexa was making about timing, and every player goes through slumps and everything else, it's a matter of shortening the slumps. And that's what the veterans do, and that's probably one of the things that all of these youngsters that are on the Nationals right now, as this one is tapped foul, are going to try to deal with. Is like, okay, we all go through slumps. Aaron Judge, Shohei Ohtani, everybody does it. But can you make those slumps 3 days instead of a week and a half?
Well, one of the biggest ones is what? Walking.
True.
Right. And people always, you know, oh, James, he's in a slump. It's like, well, he's still gotten on base.
Right.
At this extraordinary clip. I mean, that's the part that, you know, the whole goal is to try drive in runs, slug, and get on base. And you take whatever order you want. Right. But the idea is to get on base as much as you can. And so during those slumps, you're usually not getting on base. So sometimes simplifying it, get the good pitch, might lead to a walk. And that walk might lead to a base knock.
2 balls, 2 strikes here to Tyler Stevenson. Another ground ball. This one to the shortstop. Nunez slings it over to first base. Well, another night for Cade Cavalli, getting some pretty good run support early on with that Lyle home run. Most runs of support per 9 innings pitched. Only Braxton Ashcraft of the Pirates has had more, but we're coming up on close to 8 runs. Now, I'm going to make sure we don't run this tomorrow for Chase Burns. But he's a third on the list. Point being, though, Cavalli gets that breathing room, and it allows him to settle down where he doesn't have to be perfect. And then the byproduct of that is he's been nearly perfect.
Well, you've been around this a while, too, and seeing it. Guys that get run support, I always think it's about how quick those innings are right after, too.
Sure.
Right, to get the guys back in, and I feel like there's a byproduct of that. It's not just about, I'm going to go out and make this the longest inning ever and hope my boys score. It's like there's intent.
Well, Eugenio Suarez runs into one. A home run for Suarez to get one back. His 15th of the year. It's 3-1.
Well, 4-seamer down. 98, 104 off the bat. Right into the nitro zone of Eugenio Suarez, because this splits the middle, but it's at the knees. Did you see the swing path that he has? That's right there.
Yeah, for a guy who's flirted with 50 home runs, he's at 49 twice. The homer number's down, but you find that swing path of his, and he'll put one into orbit. So 3-1 the score, as Hector Rodriguez, the center fielder, digs in and fouls it back.
390 RBI in his career now. Not in the season, but career.
You'd be a front runner for MVP.
I would say, like, my goodness.
He's creeping up on 350 home runs as well. Assuming he gets there, he'll be one of, what, 106 players, I believe, with 350 home runs in his career. Another ground ball, this one to second. And they're 2 away.
Good changeup. Look at Caden. Some of the stuff that he throws up there, you're just like, man, how do they touch you? Location, location. As you see it, that four-seam fastball to Suarez.
Facing Noel V. Marte with nobody aboard and 2 outs. Good cutter gets the swing and miss. Marte was 2 for 6 in the series against the A's, leading into this 3-game set in D.C. Part of that Luis Castillo deal, Seattle and Cincinnati a couple of years back, and now Castillo no longer a member of the Mariners, pitching with the White Sox.
Shortstop turned outfielder.
Check down at first base. Eric Backus says no swing, so 2-1. Cavalli facing the Reds for the first time this season, second time in his career. You go back to 2022, it's the team he made his major league debut against. Personnel has changed a little bit, and I'm sure he's grown a little bit as well.
Oh yeah. Look at that first pitch, that cutter off the plate away, and then you go sinker down and in. The thoughts that are going through the head of Alvi Marte right now, like, man. Well, Marte's just split the difference. Go middle. Think middle.
Another good pitch. Breaking ball gets him first strikeout. Reds get one back on the homer, but it's 3-1.
Well, Nats fans can enter to win a suite for the Jason Aldean and Luke Bryan Double Down Tour at Nationals Park on August 20th. Net proceeds benefit the community impact work of Washington Nationals philanthropies. To enter, visit nationals.com/country sweeps.
Leave that QR code up for a second for you. Look at that. They're all wearing the Franzen hat tonight. I love it.
I mean, mix the Harry Potter jersey a couple years ago and the country hat. You got yourself a
fun Friday night.
The scene went total psych. He didn't want to do this one. I think he might end up being right. No. He didn't want to do it.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. Just clip the top of that strike zone.
No, he didn't tell. See, that's the stuff that he didn't verbalize it either. And Laz just pulled the trigger. Have some patience, Laz. 3 for 11 this year.
Nunez, Tenna, and Young here, bottom of the second inning. 3 spot on the Dalen Lyle home run to right. That one inside. Nunez lifts one back behind short. Going out, De La Cruz. He'll give way to Blade for the first out. So The second inning of work here for Petty. Last started a game in AAA, and that was on June 6th. He went 6 innings, but still probably not stretched out to go all that deep into the ball game tonight. Tenna takes outside. There's 0 for 7, a walk and a couple of strikeouts in the series against Philadelphia. From Petty is a little bit low. And to that point, Franny, about a bullpen day, we see them more across the sport now. I just was wondering, with it being the first game of a series, is that helpful to the opposing offense, the Nationals in this case, because you might see more arms over the course of the next 3 days?
And if you have that team approach and you try to get in there and make these guys throw some pitches, guess what? Like, that's to your benefit and your team's.
Yeah.
The more you can see earlier in the series, the better it is. Now, does that mean you're going to see the backhand guys? No. But you're going to see guys that, you know, especially with Chase Burns going tomorrow. I mean, it was a tough task the last time you faced him. He shoved, but that doesn't mean he's going to do it next time. So you get into that, you have that team-wide approach. Next thing you know, that pen's not feeling great.
Yeah, I mean, the last time these two teams saw each other was May, so there's...
Teams slightly different now.
Right, teams are different. Pitchers are hotter or colder a few months later. So it's always better to get your own eyes on it than just looking at numbers or video. Jacob Young out toward right. Marte underneath that one. And Tenna goes back to first base, 2 away.
First pitch way off the plate away, made for a short story on that one, because JY's been raking with a 1062 OPS since the break, and he didn't allow us. Laz did not allow us to talk about JY in that moment.
Well, one time through, it's going to be it for Petty. A pitching change for the Reds. We'll be right back. Welcome back. A 3-0 Nationals lead. A pitching change on what will be a bullpen night for the Cincinnati Reds. Terry Francona goes to Julian Garcia, his 17th game of the season this year.
Oh, high strikeouts that you're going to see, but high walks. Low whip, doesn't give up a lot of hits. Way you got to look. I mean, 135 average lefties, 133 righties, but the damage has been done by the right-handers this year. Sweepers, four-seamers, sliders. Pretty much same look you're going to get lefties, righties as far as the pitch mix.
Runner goes from first. Stevenson's throw is on the correct side of the second base bag, and Tenna is out.
That's a great tag right there by Elliott. This is right.
Let's see if Blake Gutierrez wants to challenge. 3 seconds left. He will not challenge. So a caught stealing will end it. 3-1.
Ryan Miller.
Couple of home runs in this one. 3-run shot by Dalen Lyle and Eugenio Suarez with a solo shot for Cincinnati. 3-1, top three. Brian Hayes will lead things off. Then Matt McLean in the top of the order. Ellie De La Cruz for the Reds. This one out to center. Jacob Young in a few steps will make the catch. And a quick out for Cavalli here in the third.
1 pitch, 1 out. Love it. 25 total pitches so far, 20 strikes. The approaches that you're starting to see more and more against Kay Cavalli is try to get him early. Don't get the 2 strikes.
Yeah, I know we all make a big deal out of strikeouts, and they're great from a pitcher's perspective. But I think if you were to poll every starting pitcher in Major League Baseball, you'd probably get pretty good numbers that say, I wouldn't mind keeping my strikeouts down by a couple if I can go 7-8 innings every night, because I get outs like that.
Right.
Every once in a while.
Soft contact.
Right.
No stress.
They don't get paid by the hour. So
I mean, this is virtually the same thing that you did against Atlanta. It was just first time through, I believe, was 9 for 9 as well. But that's been a key for him, and watching him throughout the year is just starting to get more and more first pitch strikes.
That one is going to go a ways to left. And Matt McLean has a solo home run. Couple of solo shots off of Cavalli. It's 3-2.
And again, we talk about location, middle on the cutter. Never trying to go there, but when it leaks, it seems like they don't miss it. 15th home run this year, or 14th home run given up by Kay Cavalli. A little late on that, buddy.
It's a satellite delay, I believe, is what caused that.
Yeah, I got you.
I think so. Well, this Reds team, listen, they can hit the long ball. It's not just their home ballpark that's creating some of that. These guys can slug. They came in with 150 home runs, which is 5th in baseball, and they've added a couple more here tonight. Ellie De La Cruz has 19 of them. So, yeah, you leave it in the wrong spot, they'll do some damage. Well, these two teams played in Cincinnati earlier this year. The Nationals did out-homer the Reds 8-5. But the ball certainly
not in the last game. Last game of that facing Chase Birds, it was not that.
Big swing and a miss. 3-0 sinker.
I like the intent right there, down at the knees. Not just grooving one.
Ground out to third, first time for De La Cruz, who lifts a fly ball out to pretty deep left field. That is also going to get out. An opposite field home run for Ellie De La Cruz, and 3 solo shots have tied this game.
Well, you like where he went first pitch, or the 3-0 to the 3-1, because for me, you go up and out of the zone. Changing eye levels on this one. You should have went out, but Ellie De La Cruz so strong. Almost looks like from that swing right there, pops it up.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
Obviously he didn't, but the look of it. Another one.
And now Harry Ford going to go out and talk with Cade Cavalli. Back-to-back home runs and 3 in the game here for Cincinnati. Talked about their ability to connect on the long ball, and we've seen that here tonight.
Well, same rules apply. Nats could do the same thing. And they're going to have to.
Sal Stewart grounded to second his first time up.
Talking to Tito earlier about him, and one of the things that stands out with Sal Stewart, and you heard about it in the minor leagues, that dude can flat out hit, right? The power is there, but it's not about the power for him. The power is a byproduct of just great decisions, great swings. Had a chance to talk to him at the All-Star game this year, and one of the things that stood out to me is like his willingness, his competitiveness. Like he has like that. You ask him a question about hitting, and like that, all he wants to do is compete against that guy that's on that hill, and I don't care about anything else. I'm like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, he lights up. Absolutely. Yeah, he's got a great personality. He's pretty outspoken. You can tell how much he loves the game. Number 32 pick by Cincinnati out of high school in Miami in 2022.
But like his knowledge of the strike zone, I mean, that's the part. 52 walks as a rookie. He ain't afraid to throw the ABS challenges out there. 23 of 41.
Feels like it's every other at bat at this point. But he just looks at that one, a strikeout for Cavalli, and they're two-way.
Well, just challenge fastball middle.
It was like the old adage, looking for the local got the express.
Yep.
Brings up Blade. There's that local.
That changeup right there, man.
Whew. Fly out to left first time for Blade. You seem to be in awe of that changeup. Is that, from what you've seen for Cavalli this year, the big reason for that step up in maturity or production or lowering of the ERA, all of the above? The evolution of that changeup, is that a big part of it?
I think at times, yes. I don't think he's fully confident in it yet, though.
Okay.
Because it's the moments that he's given up 3 homers on it. And I think the 3 homers, you know, makes him a little bit shy to go to it more often. But early in the counts, when guys are trying to jump on that four-seamer, jump on that curveball, I feel like you see those 2 pitches more or less, and you got that little fade. It just gives them fits. Because then I feel like it opens up more spots. You don't have to go top rail with the fastball all the time to get to your curveball. Because now you can go bottom, right, with the sinker, four-seamer, then play changeup off of it. Just gives them so many more lanes to go for me, like just openings. Now, just biggest part, staying out of the heart.
Yeah. And again, he's a guy who's got a wider array of pitches. We saw Christopher Sanchez last night with only really 3 pitches that he throws. So yeah, I mean, you could attack hitters in different ways, like with the knuckle curve. 3 strikeouts for Cavalli, but 3 solo homers for the Reds. C.J. Abrams when we come back. Well, Ellie De La Cruz, one of the 3 solo home runs for Cincinnati tonight. We know about that power-speed combination for De La Cruz. 80 homers, 160 stolen bases on a pretty short list of players since 2023 to reach those thresholds of 75 or more and 125 or more.
The old man, Jose Ramirez.
Yeah.
He's the old man in that group.
He is. The future Hall of Famer, too. And certainly C.J. Abrams is part of that mix as well. Bobby Witt on that short list of best players in the game. So it's good company to keep. Look out. That one may have hopefully gotten the rail before it got anybody else.
Oh, great backhand stop right there.
Abrams, a single and a run scored in the first, came in on the Lyle 3-run home run. He was at the plate when Tenna was caught stealing to end the second. So top of the order due up. Test that first base dugout again. Abrams, Ortiz, and House against Garcia. His second inning of work. Came in to get the last out, which was the caught stealing.
Sweeper, very spinny too, like almost 3,000 RPM on it. It's tight, sharp. I could actually see him wearing a cowboy hat.
Yeah, I don't think that was doctored. I don't know.
That looks normal.
Some of these, they'll just, Photoshop a picture of something.
But he also has the personality that if he looked up at the board, he would start laughing for sure.
Well, there's that sweeper. Picks up the strikeout. First one for Garcia and one away in the third.
I mean, you think about a bowling ball, right? They're going down the lane, just spinning, and then just bam. Takes that sharp left. I don't know how yours is, but mine does. That's what these sweepers do. The firmer they spin, right? Like it just comes out of your hand. The later that break, the sharper it is.
Maybe they're one and the same, so bear with me here. But what's the toughest part of those high spin sweepers? Is it the not being able to pick up the dot to know what it is, or just that it just keeps moving away from you?
It's
or whatever direction.
The depth, right? Like the late life, the curveballs. You think about the ones that are high spin curveballs. More what we saw back when I was playing.
Right.
It's like, oh, that's a ball into wham, comes down. I think Craig Kimbrell, right? Like just absolute snapper. They sit in that top part of that zone, and then you're like, oh yeah, I'm on it, and then straight down
by the ankles.
Yeah.
Javi Ortiz, a fly out to center his first time. That was against the starter Chase Petty, done after an inning and 2/3. And Ortiz is down looking.
Not the best of pitch framers either, right? He's a -9, Tyler Stevenson. That wasn't the, I would say, best of jobs right there, but Laz, we've seen that part of the plate, that left side, that left eye might not be very dominant for him, huh?
Possibly. This one lined out toward left center, but it stays up for Blade. 3-3 after 3 in D.C. Hey. The fourth inning of Nationals baseball is brought to you by your Washington area Toyota dealers. Shop Toyota for legendary style and reliability. Check out the all-new RAV4 at toyota.com. Well, after all of that, it's turned out to be a really nice night here in D.C. We had a weather delay. Fortunately, it did not actually rain, but there were some nasty-looking clouds in the area.
It was just to enjoy the night, the ambiance.
Well, yeah. And if you happen to be watching in the area, right, fireworks and a concert after the game too tonight. So everybody settling in for a lovely Friday night at the ballpark. Paul Severino, Kevin Franzen, Alexa Dat, the rest of our great crew with you here tonight. First of 3 against the Reds as Tyler Stevenson leads off. Eugenio Suarez and Hector Rodriguez due up. Sharply hit. House knocks it down, gets up and throws a strike to first. Terrific play by Brady House.
Fantastic by Brady. Couple things on this. It heals him. He doesn't panic, finds it, and whips over a great throw. You got a catcher running. But to me, Paul, before he got sent down, he's not making that play. There's so much. We've talked about this plenty. It might be, broken record. I don't care. There's a freedom that he's playing with now at third base, not thinking about things. And when something goes off the heel, it's right by like your waist, and you're trying to grab it. It's not there. Good job by him. Stay with it.
Well, that's got to be one of the biggest breakthroughs for any young player, is when that clock slows down and you're able to make that play without the panic. You spike it at first, you throw it to the fourth row, whatever it is. No, he throws a strike across the diamond.
Well, he's got a cannon. But thoughts, I mean, you talk about pitchers. They overthink and they just like finding the strike zone, same thing.
Yeah.
Fielders go through it. Oh, the sleeveless Cade Cavalli came out this inning. First time we saw this year was in Cleveland, and the only reason why he didn't put on new sleeves was the clubhouse. The new clubhouse is all the way in the right field line. Like you walk forever, and he couldn't get there and back.
And he doesn't know somebody who could have grabbed it for him.
Well, Cade's not one of those guys that wants, hey, can you go do this for me? He wants to do it himself.
All right, I'll take it. Well, he does this himself with a knuckle curve strikeout.
And a great job by Harry Ford to keep that a strike. It's not stealing a strike, it's keeping it one. Beautiful job. About Laz. What you think about Aaron Boone?
Oh, all the time.
Imitating him.
Yep. I mean, that's just terrific. Yeah, I had some time. I went down like a YouTube umpire rabbit hole.
Yeah.
And that was definitely one of the videos. This one toward the gap in right center field. And Rodriguez is going to get himself extra bases here. A stand-up double. Hector Rodriguez, a 2-out, 2-base hit.
First big league knock right there is going to be a double. Just off the end of the bat at 95. When you break a bat, you hit it off the end, and you hit it 95 miles an hour still, there's some exit velo coming off there at some point, right?
Oof. Back-to-back nights with a first big league hit. Last night was Andrew Pinckney. Tonight, Hector Rodriguez. About a .347 on base percentage, AAA, before being called up. Wave and a miss there for Noelvi Marte. It was the first of 4 strikeouts tonight for Cavalli, and 3 of those 4 on that last pitch we just saw, the knuckle curve. Trying to keep the potential go-ahead run at second base with 2 away in the top of the 4th. 1-1.
That's where he started him out last time with that cutter just off the plate. Well, the whole thing goes for Cade right now. If he's outer, inner outer thirds to each guy, perfect. If he's middle, that's the problem. Doesn't matter top zone, bottom of the zone, in zone, that middle column.
He's been so good lately. He's given up 2 earned runs or less in 8 of the last 10 games coming in, but the 3 solo home runs to date tonight obviously changes the story a bit, but just so consistent for really a couple of months now. One ball and 2 strikes.
Nice job by Harry Ford. Square that up right in the middle. Get soft. No advancement right there.
Cavalli is 2-2. Again blocked by Ford.
That's a tough one too, because that's the cutter, right? Like anything, usually you think fastball, sinker, cutter. Hard to get down in that block position on it. You see more guys paddle it.
Couple of disengagements here for Cavalli in this plate appearance to Marte. And a sweeper for a strike 3, and no effort to challenge a pitch that might have been outside. We'll take it. Dalen Lyle coming up other side of the break. back inside Nationals Park, a 3-3 ball game. Bottom of the fourth coming up. It's the first of a 3-game series between the Reds and the Nationals, starting a homestand for the Nats. Cubs will be in after that, after a much-needed off day on Monday as well. Last 3 of 17 in a row for the Nationals.
I feel like it's like the 4th one we've had this year.
Well, what is it, 162 games in 186 days now?
Something like that, yeah.
And 4 of those were the All-Star break?
Yep.
Ball up to Lyle, who had that 3-run home run back in the first inning. So now 6 for 14, 4 home runs and 10 RBIs against Reds pitching this year.
Well, the one thing he can do is he can go in and tell everybody, hey, I saw the 4-seamer. It's only the 3rd one that Julian Garcia's thrown to him or to anybody. Tends to sweep.
There's another.
There's a pace, there's a tempo that pitchers work with. Well, the same thing goes for guys like Dalen. There's a total tempo when he's going right, slow.
We talked about that clock slowing down, and whether it's offense, defense, pitching, whatever it is, just that extra little breath that you could take. This one lined out to right field, and that is going to get over the head of Marte and bang up against the wall. A homer and a double, a couple of extra base hits tonight for Dalen Lyle. A good way to start the 4th inning.
Well, 105 off the bat. He hit it actually harder than the homer. Sweeper down. Beautiful job. Go get it. That's the swing right there. When people talk about Michael Brantley, I actually think yes.
Okay.
Because that one-hand finish Michael Brantley had, the 2-hand finish always makes me think of Rendon and how he used to throw those hands in that zone. I know it's the right side, but it's so beautiful.
Let's see what the Nats can do with that leadoff double. Cruz takes one up and in. Strikeout in the first inning for Dillon. The only strikeout for Chase Petty, who went an inning and 2/3. 4 outs recorded so far for Garcia out of the bullpen.
Did he call that?
He did. 1-1. Angle maybe slightly behind the home plate line, but
wow.
I'm sure you talked about it earlier, forgive me, but where do you stand on that check swing challenge in the minor leagues?
At least it's something, but it's still like I think it's going to be brutal for pitchers. Like it's still like that right there. You're almost halfway on a check swing, right? I mean, I don't know.
Well, like everything else, whether it was replay or whatever we've instituted into the game over the last decade or so, it's got to start somewhere. Then it gets refined as we go.
A lot of it stems from everything's 45, right? So it doesn't matter where you are in the box.
But like that's a swing, no matter what.
Maybe.
Couldn't hold it. Maybe. Couldn't hold up.
But we first got it on the broadcasters meeting at the beginning of the year when it was coming in, and they were showing us like black and white video of Sandy Koufax and the New York Yankees.
Yes.
And it was like that swing right there.
Swings you see in the Derby.
Like that one right there was literally a ball.
Yeah.
Like nope. Check it. Nope. No one went.
Could have depended on the pitch too. If it was Koufax, that's a different story. If it's Joe Schmo,
but, like that's the part. Still the part where you go like, man, we live in a time where it mattered who you were on the field to get calls.
Right.
Oh, you're a rookie. I remember Jim Joyce saying, "Man, you didn't say a word on those. Like you're good for a little bit." It's like they were balls.
3 strikeouts so far for Garcia as he faces Harry Ford here with Dylan Lyle on at second base. Dalen able to add to his career highs in doubles and home runs tonight.
Well, one of the things that you look at, Julian Garcia, talk about the low averages. So you tend to go, okay, how many times has he given up multiple hits in a game? Only 3 times. Now in his 17th game.
And his longest outing was 2 2/3. This one, his hit in the air out to a deep left center field, and that one goes off the top of the wall.
That should be a home run. Hit the
I think so
hands.
too. I haven't seen anything from the umpires.
Yeah.
And now finally at third base, it is in fact a home run for Harry Ford.
Well, the biggest thing on this is no matter what, just call it a homer. So if you have to replay it. Let's get it right.
The ball jumping out of the ballpark here tonight. Now 5-3.
Well, Harry, you took care of it. Hanging sweeper. Elevate to celebrate on this one. 102 off the bat. We talked about it right at the beginning of this. Julian Garcia now 4 homers to the right-handers, none against lefties. You talk about averages were the same, righty-lefty, but the OPS is totally different coming into this game. 704 to 422. Solo homers don't really hurt you, but the multi-run homers do.
And the Nats have had 2 of those tonight. Back out in front in the last of the 4th inning. Fly out to left for Nunez his first time up. Plays off the sweeper. They'll check at third. No swing.
They seem trying to do his best JY with the hair sticking out.
Well, it's been working for him. For Jacob.
Yes, it has. But we were talking about this earlier. You brought it up the point, like these bullpen days, game 1. I mean, they are tough for, these guys are going, some guys are going longer than they've normally done. Puts them in a precarious place.
Yeah, I mean, last timeout was 14 pitches, and that was on the 4th.
Stop being efficient.
The most he's thrown is 35, and that was earlier this year. Bouncer to first, and Stewart feeds Garcia for the out. Let's go back to that home run for Harry Ford.
Well, you're trying to get something elevated against him, and he did. Everything sweeper's been down, down, down until that one. What a sweet swing. That's typical Reds fan. Clank it.
Get a grip over there, will you?
What? Don't wear your jersey if you're going to drop it then. Sweet swing, though.
It hit the hands. It hit the little bit of fencing in front of the fans in the first row, but a home run nonetheless, and a 5-3 Nats lead. Now Tenna, who walked and was caught stealing back in the 2nd inning. Bottom of the zone for a strike, 0-2. Teams trading home runs tonight. Dalen Lyle, 3-run homer in the first. Eugenio Suarez in the second. McLean and De La Cruz went back-to-back in third. And now Harry Ford with a 2-run shot in the fourth inning to get the Nats back in front. Trying to slow down a Reds team that's been playing some really good baseball lately. Terry Francona's group has won 4 in a row. And 6 of 7, averaging a little over 5 runs per game. They'll need at least that tonight, but
well, the Cubs are creeping up on them, right? As far as the run scored total.
Yeah,
they needed to get some runs on there.
Well, another 10 spot the other night. Philadelphia
made up for the shutout.
Yeah.
I mean, so many times you go, throughout this game that it's when you catch a team and you catch their, their big guys, and fortunately, unfortunately, I mean, today the news for Hunter Green for the Reds just awful. You don't have to face him, but you have to face Chase Burns. It's the multiple guys you have to keep adding in there. Twice I believe we didn't see Andrew Abbott the first time.
Right, he got bumped up with the news of Green over the last couple of days. So he pitched yesterday.
But going into the year, like, the biggest conversation was if you went Reds Pirates in a back-to-back series and you had to face Hunter Green and Chase Burns, Paul Skeens.
Yeah, you're not going to add to your runs per game for a few days, but they'll add to it right here with the Ford home run to left center field. 5-3 Nats.
I'm Saquon.
Welcome back. Couple of home runs for the Nationals tonight. The most recent from that man right there, Harry Ford, giving his battery mate Cade Cavalli the lead once again. 5-3, top 5th. Okay, Brian Hayes to lead things off, then Matt McLean and Ellie De La Cruz. That's how they lined up in the third when the Reds got a couple of runs on the solo shots by McLean and De La Cruz.
They had the Suarez homer on the shutdown inning. Got to get one right here.
Is that, I mean, you're heavy into the numbers. I love it. Is there somewhere that tracks the shutdown inning? Like, we got to get that.
We actually have it. Like, we've gotten it by.
But is it manual or is it an automatic thing?
It's a thing.
You ask somebody, they count it, or if there's like you can find it somewhere.
With the abacus.
Ooh,
yeah,
terrific.
Or tally. I once was starting to do stuff with
the pitch counter.
And someone on our channel over here was like, "Oh, it's this." I'm like, "Man, I just did it by full tally."
Yeah,
here.
Yeah.
Could have done it.
Click,
easily.
click, click, done.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
No, just before it was with the Braves, we had seen the Nats pitchers give up like 264 innings of runs, and then the shutdown inning it was like a 34% clip.
Yeah,
something like that.
And I've heard other people argue, well, every inning should be a shutdown. Yeah, I get that. You're not trying to give up
momentum,
runs,
right? Like,
exactly.
Yeah, for sure. We can always say that about any of the stats.
Yeah.
Like, just
swing and a miss at the sweeper. Another strikeout for Cavalli, make it 6.
Let's check out. This is not including this pitch right here, but check out through the first 4 innings. The 12 outs, 4 hits. Wanted to make a point of this because he stayed out of the heart of the plate. Right, that middle column. That middle column now becomes that big part. Only 1, really there at the bottom, was an out, but 4 hits. 4 slugs, 3 homers and a double.
Knuckle curve misses low to Matt McLean, who homered in the 3rd inning.
He's not CJ.
Few are.
I mean, I would put up CJ stats for anybody just to show him. Just like
Show them off.
Well, that's the biggest thing. Show them off. Or if that guy's struggling, you go back and you're watching tape. Next thing you know, it's like, boom, there's my numbers.
Scoreboard.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Yep.
I hear you.
Jeez.
This one might hit the scoreboard. It did. And McLean going to stop at second base with a double. So, much like Dalen Lyle on the Nationals side, a home run and a double for Matt McLean.
Well, weighted runs create plus of 70 coming into the game today. And look, for a couple of years, I had this guy as one of my top second basemen in the game. Hurt his shoulder. It's taken some time, but these are the swings that we saw a couple of years ago in his rookie year. Kick a flat out hit.
Well, there aren't many who are twice a first-round pick, and he's one of them. So you know there's talent in there. It's about staying healthy. He was
UCLA?
Yes. When he signed with Cincinnati, but he was drafted by Arizona in 18 and then went to UCLA.
From Orange. Not Orange County, but Orange.
Orange, yeah. So that's the thing.
Also where Chapman University is.
Okay.
Jeff Levering went there.
I know Jeff. Phenomenal broadcaster with the Milwaukee Brewers.
Average.
Well, I have to be.
Because I hope he's listening. Because that's what I would say.
Is he? He's probably working tonight.
Jeff's one of the best. Absolute one of the best in the game.
Is he working tonight?
He's not average. He's above average. Not his height, but his broadcasting skills. Did I say that again? Man, I was trying to give him a compliment.
We'll give you another shot.
Okay.
Yes. Brewers taking on the Twins tonight, by the way.
Big matchup.
Yes.
Twins are trying to get back in it. They're going to the Field of Dreams this week against the Phillies later on. That should be awesome. Went to the first iteration of it. Got to cover that for XM. It was the greatest thing I've ever witnessed until Game 7 World Series last year.
Okay. I will be in Iowa next week.
In Dyersville?
For that, yes. Well, not for the big league game, but I will be calling the minor league game on Tuesday. There's an All-American game at that site on Wednesday.
They made that a permanent site now, right?
I believe so.
It went from a makeshift,
temporary kind of here and there. Yes,
it's really cool. I mean, just
I'm
the
looking
whole
forward
scene.
to it. Have not been there.
Whole scene of Kevin Costner actually coming out of the cornfield and the players doing it was like, I never knew it, but like watching the cornfield go on, I'm like, wow, that's cool. Nothing's moving out there. Next thing you know, the players show up. I was like, that's weird, man.
Like that would have been enough.
Right.
Like I could have turned the TV off at that
100%.
and just been like done for the night. And then the game itself.
Then they have the hot air balloon.
Was phenomenal.
The hot air balloon was going on. You're going, okay, like what else could you have?
Yeah.
And then the fireworks. The next thing you know, it was like every home run, and then Tim Anderson
walk off. Yeah.
And I was filming it. It was right in the walkway to go on the field to do the post game, interview. And just the vantage point of seeing that ball go into right field was just electric.
Amazing.
Next year's version with the Reds was not as good.
Now there's a dribbler up the third base line foul. After a quick meeting on the mound, Cavalli going to try to lock back in here against Sal Stewart. Tough test for Cincinnati. The tying runs aboard now after the double and the free pass to De La Cruz. That was the first walk issued by Cavalli. But he is a well-placed ground ball away from getting out of this jam, protecting that 5-3 lead. Got Stewart to ground out in the first and struck him out in the third.
Ooh, good sinker. That's a sinker right there on the hands. You think about like that look that Sal Stewart's giving there is just like, all right, what are you trying to do to me? Last time you went fastball middle, I took it looking.
Ground ball, well placed. That's one, and dug out at first. That's two. Around the horn for the double play, and it stays 5-3 Nats.
Come and get it. Sweet play right here by Brady House. Started 5-4. Bounce it. Got the assist. 5-3.
5-3 Nationals in the bottom of the fifth. Jacob Young slugging .600 in his last 10 games coming into tonight. Coming up to bat right now, I asked Blake Butera what the biggest difference for JY is. He said he just looks confident in the box right now. He knows that we're down some guys with the trade deadline and also James Wood going to the IL. And JY is one of those guys, he's been around for a few years, and he understands he wants to be able to provide a spark or get us going, and he certainly has been able to do that with the way he's swinging the bat. But to not have to rely solely on CJ for production really helps to be able to fill that gap. And it's not to add pressure to anyone in particular, of course, but looking at the reality of it, we know we need to have some guys step up and play well, and JY is doing that, Paul.
He's absolutely doing that. He is 0 for 1 tonight, but he's been a big part of this offense for the last few weeks, hitting nearly .350 in his last 17 games.
Yeah, All-Star break, it's been unbelievable. 1062 OPS. Come on. Come on. The fact that Laz called that is the problem.
You want the check down the line. You know what? Doesn't matter. Base hit, center field. Well-timed report, Alexa. Nicely done. Base hit to start the fifth.
Some of the things that he's been doing great, especially, is just maybe swinging just slightly a little bit more. Getting on top of heaters right there.
Chin high.
Like the year stuff that he's had, like he's 27% chase, 43% swing, 40% ground ball. And through this stretch, it was 28, 44, 38.5. So it's like right in line with everything. It's just some knocks are happening.
He gets a hit off the new pitcher for Cincinnati. Luis May comes in, 23-year-old.
Righty's 143 against them, so that was a big first hit, and 263 with over a 991 OPS from left-handers, giving up 1 homer to lefties, 2 homers overall, one of them being Dalen Lyle.
This is 8th game. He was recalled from AAA Tuesday. 3rd time up with the big club this year.
99 average on that 4-seamer, or the sinker, slider, 87.
Into left, sliding play by Blade. It's a situation where it's almost as though CJ hit that one too square and too hard, and it stayed up.
What a sweet swing, though. A few of these that we've seen over the last few days, just staying on one, hammering one out there. And a great first step by JJ Blade, like no deviation on that route. Came in perfectly. Could say good all around.
Yeah, sometimes those low liners, especially in a ballpark for Blade, doesn't play a ton here. Those can be tough. You get ribbon boards or lights or whatever it might be, but stuck with that one.
Well, that's if he drops it, but if he makes the catch, you saw it the whole time.
Exactly. I agree. Great jump, even though there was a hesitation there, but we'll have to reset as that one was fouled off of the foot or shin of Avi Ortiz.
We'll finish the season strong with a flash sale. Watch Nationals TV at home or on the go for $27.99 now through Sunday. Visit nationals.tv.
See if Young decides to go again. Stays put. Cut and a miss. Down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight. 2 away. They'll bring up Brady House.
I feel like he's going to get a heater in this. Tries to spin him. That's when he could jump him.
And got him. So a pickoff will end the 5th, but the Nationals in front 5-3. Welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us after that.
Oh, that's a real one.
Rain delay. Yeah.
That's a real one too. That's
all over the place. Country.
Well,
night.
I was going to say that guy was taking a nap. That's a perfect time to have a cowboy hat.
You got to have the hay or the straw or whatever coming out of your mouth too.
Like
That's
that.
how you take a good cowboy hat nap.
Look over him. Oh, we should put one on Joe over here. He takes naps during games.
Nope. He's just focused.
No.
He's awake. He's ready to go. J.J. Bleday takes outside. Bleday, Stevenson, and Suarez in this 6th inning. Cade Cavalli's next pitch going to be number 75. He's given up 3 solo home runs tonight. And not that you can take those off the board, but outside of those home runs, he's been really pretty good. 6 strikeouts, just the 1 walk. And all 5 of the hits allowed have been for extra bases. The 3 homers. McLean's added to that home run with a double. And Hector Rodriguez's first big league hit was a double back in the 4th. Changeup taken low, and that's the 2nd walk issued by Cavalli tonight.
Well, become a Nats Plus member for the 2027 season. Sign up by September 1st for a pair of custom designed Nike sneakers by Dale and Lyle in early bird pricing. Do the 2027 season your way at nationals.com/2027.
In there for a strike to Tyler Stevenson, who grounded to short in the 2nd, and Brady House made a great play over at 3rd in the 4th. Diving play to knock it down, found it, fired over to first base.
Oh, great pitch. So many things that you could do off that, right? The 0-2 and a 0-1, you go curveball down and away. You can go cutter off that. Right, you could run one up and in with that sinker. Getting around and you see the hand on side. Oh, that same tunnel, that 4-seamer, you love to see it.
His 80th pitch. And they'll check down at first. Stevenson could not hold up, so strikeout number 7 for Cavalli.
And to the point of the cutter off of that, well, so goes the sweeper. Right, like you think about the multiple pitches off that one that you could go, well executed, and that's a full swing. Like that's the one. It was a slower through the zone. Like those are the ones that you always wonder, like, Laz, how did you get the other one, but not that one? You get what I'm saying?
I do. Unless, and I don't mean to necessarily make excuses, but unless the pitch that was nowhere near the strike zone, he kind of checked out on the ball strike portion of it and could focus more on the swing. Well, maybe
they are taught, umpires are taught that home plate umpire has the technically best view of that because they're in the strike zone. They could see it. Again, not being back there ever and doing that deal, I can't argue with it other than saying, like, then why do you check it? There's so much going on.
I don't know.
There's just so much going on that I feel like it's got to be so impossible to figure it out.
Oh yeah,
for a home plate umpire.
Yeah. No, I in all seriousness, I don't think that, in a general sense, umpires get the credit that they deserve for the job that they do.
Well, when they're good, they should. Yeah, for sure. But when they're bad, they definitely. The Laz, the consistency and the human being that he is.
Yeah,
I'm all in.
Yeah. But I mean, we get on rough call. Yeah, okay, but they're still like 97% of the time right. And well, 97 is a bad number.
I think
so. Like 99% of the time they're right.
But we've seen throughout this year, the ABS is such a huge positive for whether it's been overturned or not. There's so many misses that are minuscule.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Right, and you could see it it doesn't matter how you're looking at it. Like, these guys are so good, and it's not meant for the just barely missed or just barely nicked it. It's for the egregious ones.
Yes.
That's the ones you want to get cleaned up.
Ball and 2 strikes here on Suarez, who has homered and struck out and grounds this one foul. The other thing I'd add too about the umpires and everything else, we watch games now, and every single game, no matter where you watch it, will have the strike zone on the screen, superimposed on the screen, right? So we get used to it. You know, sometimes graphics go down in the truck or whatever for a split second, and we lose it, and then it's almost like, whoa, was that a ball? Was that a strike?
I love it when it does.
Forget that the umpires are doing this without that stinking box every night.
Well, that's, I think, a big reason for me in saying that.
Strikeout for Cavalli, his 8th.
Because at the end of the day, it's sometimes fun to see it and be like, man, this can't be that hard. And then you're going, that's a strike. And you're like, no, it's not.
Right.
What a beautiful pitch right there. The changeup grip. The amount of fade that he is getting on that right now, just incredible.
Now, the 8th time this year that he has struck out at least 8 in a game. He had that season high 13 against the Red Sox back at the end of June.
That had 20 inches of horizontal break going to his arm side. 20. That's where that ball started, was probably a ball off the plate. Away.
Wow. Chase that one, and it's 0-2. And you know what? The other thing that makes these 8 strikeouts and that good number even more impressive is that the Reds do not strike out a lot at all. They have the lowest strikeout rate. Or am I looking at that wrong? They have the highest.
They have the highest.
They have the highest. Okay, so let me take
if you
that
look
back.
at 30.
Can I fix that for the re-air? Because even in my notes I have it blue. I should have known. Blue is bad. Red's good.
Either or, we could make a good story out of it.
I don't let facts get in the way of a good story ever.
You should. They don't have the most strikeouts this year, but they have the highest percentage.
Right. Which is, that's what I was going to say. That's what I meant, but it's not. Why lie? What am I doing?
Over 25% of their plate appearances end in a strikeout.
It's 1 out of 4. Right? Did I make up for it?
I would say it's a wash.
Right back to Cavalli. Well, he's doing a much better job than I tonight. 6 good innings in. He's got the lead.
This is easier than ordering coffee.
You're really buying a car?
Well, looking ahead at our next homestand and upcoming matchups, the Rockies, Marlins, and Braves will come to town August 24th through September 2nd. Lots of opportunities to support your Nats. Enjoy a day at the ballpark at nationals.com/tickets.
Well, Dalen Miles had himself a good night. He'll be due up second this inning. Brady House gets a fresh count. He was at the plate when Jacob Young was picked off to end the 5th. So House, Lyle, and Cruz. A 5-3 Nats lead. Last of the 6th. Luis May back out to work. Third pitcher of the night for the Reds, and what has turned out to be a bullpen day for them. That was always the plan. They got an inning and 2/3 out of Chase Petty. Garcia came in for 2 1/3. And now May.
May he hang one?
He may. We'll see.
I guess
the
the next
movement on the slider.
Well, all the way back in the first inning, 2 on, 1 out. Dalen Lyle absolutely destroys this changeup. A 3-run home run for him. His 4th homer against the Reds this year. Nice easy swing. RBIs number 57, 58, and 59.
Takes a strike at the top of the zone. StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. Yeah, even 400. And he added a double in his next at bat.
That's the hands right there, right? Like just his ability to stay quick in the zone. And we still have not gotten a lengthy stretch this year from Dalen where it's like what we saw the last couple of months last year.
5 home runs, 15 RBIs, couple of doubles, couple of triples in his last 3 weeks or so. And a strikeout there for the second out of the inning. In fact, 3 consecutive Ks as Giovanni Cruz loosens in the Nationals bullpen. Six innings to this point for Cade Cavalli, and he's at 90 pitches. He's gone as high as an even 100 in that aforementioned start against the Red Sox, where he struck out 13 and went 7 innings on June 30th at Fenway Park.
Think about it, like all sliders here to the right-handers. All sinkers to Dalen. I'm sure they'll try to sneak in a force or a sinker at some point here to Dylan, but not now, I guess.
Couple of strikeouts tonight for Dylan Cruz. There was the sinker, but it missed low.
Yeah, new ball.
Wasn't working for him.
Nope. Oof. All that dirt kicking up on Tyler Stevenson's eyes.
Payoff pitch from May to Cruz, and a bouncing ball right side. Stewart's got it, and a close play at first, but May got the bag just before Cruz in a 1-2-3 6th inning for the Nationals, but they have a 5-3 lead as we go to the 7th.
Taco Bell's new $3 melty pepper jack steak burrito. Luxuriate in premium grilled steak and new pepper jack sauce in the melty steak burrito. All that for only $3. That kind of looks might go to your head.
Can I have a steak knife?
You may not.
Until you chew it.
The $3 melty pepper jack steak burrito. Now joining the Lutz value menu with 10 items, each just $3 or less. Only at Taco Bell.
Nationals up 5-3. Cade Cavalli out in the 7th for another inning of work. Blake Butera said today he's a true leader. We gave him the ball on day 1 of the season in Chicago because of the type of person he is, a true competitor, and we've leaned on him a multitude of times this year when we've needed somebody to pick us up, and he has done just that. This is another time coming off a tough stretch on the road where we need him to be that #1 guy that he has shown he is capable of being. Blake said, look, he's a big guy, right? You look at him, there's definitely a physical presence there, but I think what we don't get a chance to see is under the hood when he's in between his starts, how regimented he is in his routine, his prep, his daily work. He's in the weight room every day. He's getting his work outside, whether it's running, throwing, mobility stuff, very routine oriented, and he's done a great job of sticking with that routine in between his starts. It's allowed him to stay healthy at this point and give us productive and longer outings, just like tonight, Paul.
Yeah, Alexa, thanks. And that's the thing. This is 25 starts for a guy who at this level had not gotten anywhere close to that before. You think of total seasons in the past, sure, but at the big league level and now asked to be at this spot in the rotation, that is that's a big part of the maturity of the young man.
And you look at him right now, I mean, he's at 18 swings and misses tonight, ties for the second most this year. #1's hard to get to because that was against the Boston Red Sox last time, and only time he went to 100 pitches this year. 25. But he's got at least one on the curveball, four-seamer, sweeper, cutter, changeup, and sinker. I think that was different against the Red Sox in that start.
That's lined in the center field, a base hit for Noelvi Marte. We know Cruz is warming in the bullpen. We also know that Brian Hayes is coming up, and Matt McLean, who has a homer and a double, is due up after him. So could be close to the end of the road. Although it will not be right now. He'll get a chance to face Hayes. And if he gets Hayes to do what he got Stewart to do to end the 5th inning and ground into a double play, could move the finish line for him tonight as well. He's gotten Hayes twice, whose strikeout back in the 5th inning was the 6th of 8 so far for Cade.
Well, this is that part. I mean, look, you get this chance opportunity to come out there. 7, 8, 9, falling, you know, going 2 strikes and giving up a knock, and then falling behind 2-0 to keep Brian Hayes. Not what Blake Butera wants. There you go.
Bounce foul.
Hopefully that was a post, not a.
I think it was.
Yeah, okay, good.
Look out. Oh, no, it was, no, it's just some of the cheap equipment down the line, that's all.
Just an expensive foul ball.
That's a shame. Swing and a miss, and no throw down to second base. Ford lost his grip on that one.
And that's unfortunate, too, because if that happened, if he kept it, and Brian Hayes goes across home plate and holds it right there, you might be able to get a little interference on this. See where he goes right there? You make contact on that throw.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't really help. That's too bad. I'm not sure if who's ever working that camera gets the rest of the night off or not. I mean, what's there left to do, really?
Well, I mean, are you considered a grinder?
Gerard's going to get himself a coffee the rest of the night, right? You're good.
Are you grinding away?
Done? You can keep going? Okay, good.
Yeah. Some people look at, that's how you hit.
That's true. This one a little tapper and into no man's land. It'll be 1st and 3rd.
And just a great pitch right there off the end. Unfortunate. That's going to do it.
Cavalli working deep into this ball game tonight, gets right to 100 pitches, leaves with the lead. A little bit of bad luck, a little bit of trouble here in the 7th inning, but he'll hand it over to the bullpen. 5-3 the score, a pitching change for the Nationals here in the 7th. Back in a moment.
We've all been there.
Well, for every strikeout recorded by any Nationals pitcher this season, the Washington area Toyota dealers will donate $50 to the Children's Inn at NIH.
Okay, Cavalli's there with the hair. We always mention that, but good to see DJ Hers right there in the mix, holding the water bottle.
Working his way back from an injury as well.
Oh, Vonnie Cruz, second outing here for the Nats. 6th overall between the Yankees and here. He throws hard with a good slider.
A very good one that we saw on display in his Nats debut on Wednesday night in that extra inning win against Philadelphia.
Thomas Nastico, he does a great job as far as the analytic part of Stuff Plus. TJ Stats on X had it as the single best pitch in the big leagues that night. That slider.
Matt McLean has homered and doubled tonight. First and third for Cincinnati. And that one gets away from Ford, but no advance for either runner.
I think the important one is that Ke'Bryan Hayes stayed there at first. Now, as a base runner, every time that ball hits that mid, that's the tough one, right? Like, if you're up in the squat, next thing you know, it hits there, you're thinking zone, not thinking about, ball and dirt. No anticipation of that one. Get the punch.
Ball and 2 strikes.
Yes.
And it was on that slider. Certainly a weapon for the young man, and it is the first out here in the 7th inning.
Well, nasty slider right here. We like to call that the bullet. And there you see it. It's not this crazy wipeout like, horizontal break. It's all about angle, the spin. Great pitch.
Now Ellie De La Cruz in the top of the Reds order. How about that one? Spotted on that low and away corner with the slider. Nothing in 1 from Cruz to De La Cruz, and a nice backhand stop by Ford. Marte, the runner at third, he singled, stole a base, and moved over on the infield single by Ke'Bryan Hayes. So those 2 runners, the responsibility of Cade Cavalli, who watches here in the top of the 7th. Hmm. 101 on the fastball in off the plate.
One splitter. Talking to Sean Doolittle right after that. It's like just trying to get that first outing. People want to judge on 1. What a terrible trade just because of 1. Like, he didn't even get to his full arsenal. There's some nerves in there pitching for a new team.
Right.
That's not an excuse. It's real life, people. Let guys get accustomed to being here with this team, organization, comfortable with themselves in the whole thing. This is some special stuff that we're seeing.
Yeah, that week right around the trade deadlines, it's just so tough, especially when you're on the road, right? Because you're in one place, you're joining the club, you're not at wherever you're going to lay your head down every night when you're at home. It's just all really kind of disjointed. So yeah, I think there's got to be a little wiggle room, a little runway, as they say.
Those are the ones. You see the bend at the waist, the guy diving out there for that slider. If you can spot that fastball in, that's the big part, right? He hasn't shown that consistent strike throwing ability with that pitch right there. It's strike 3. And if you're Ellie, it's become 1 pitch right now, right? Like, you're sitting there going, it's the slider.
It misses low, and the bases are loaded.
You locate that fastball normally, you're going to get swings and misses on that. Well, the biggest AB of the day. This feels like the game right here, just based on who it is at the plate. Guy that's just behind C.J. Abrams in RBI. Their biggest threat.
Try to keep him there. A ground out, a strikeout, and then the double play. An 0 for 3 night for Sal Stewart. And a slider in there for strike 1.
That helps.
First pitch strike, no doubt.
4 for 8 this year with the bases loaded for Sal Stewart.
Broken bat, roller. That's 1 and 2. What a slick play up the middle. Nasim Nunez keeps it 5-3 with maybe the best defensive play we'll see across the sport tonight.
The hard charge right there by Ellie, the great slide, but the jump throw for the double play. Cade loves it. Atta baby. Let's go. 5-3, Nats. No! Darn you, helmet.
Welcome back. Still 5-3 thanks to some great defense up the middle by Nasim Nunez. And Cade Cavalli can take a deep breath. His night officially over now. 6 innings, the 3 earned runs on the 3 solo shots, but he's got the lead. Nationals trying to pick up a win here and start this homestand out on the right foot. Harry Ford, the aforementioned Nunez, and then Tenadu up here in the 7th. Luis May still out there for Cincinnati.
Yeah, you don't want to play GM on this. Nick Kroll, who's GM for the Reds, but Luis May, you're like 25 pitches here. I mean, that's like the 3rd inning of work. You're going, oh man. Let's check out our Miller Lite moment. Harry Ford, 2nd home run in the big leagues, 2nd as a Nat. There's a 2-run bomb. The difference here in this game, that might be the other moment.
Well, nobody's defense is topping Nunez tonight, whether that guy caught it or not. How about that? Is that fair? That's a fair assessment.
So fair.
Okay.
But I think like with Nasim, like his size, right, and it 5'7", 5'8", whatever on a great day. I don't know, whatever they give him.
If he's wearing your cowboy boots, yeah.
Absolutely. I think of Jimmy Rollins. I think of Omar Vizquel in that play. How many times we've seen them get up. They did it at a different time when you could just bull rush a guy there at second base, but how smooth he is on the transition, no matter when it is. Get up, throw it, all in one motion, and just an absolute, I love that picture.
Well, you know what, the other part of that adds to the difficulty of it, even though the base runner got down, that base runner is 14 feet tall. It's Ellie David Cruz.
Absolutely.
So he had to clear a massive hurdle to make that throw.
We're seeing more and more guys in this game get down that to second base and go down hard, right? Like, and great, I love it. The great slides. People are like, oh, you can't do it. It's like, why not? Slide in hard. It's beautiful. You get to see true athleticism, and that, my friends, is the beauty of it. Playing that position, playing up the middle, making those type plays. From Francisco Lindor, what, a couple years ago, talking about, I just want to be a shortstop again.
Yeah.
Instead of playing over on the second base side. That's the reason.
That's just playing baseball. That's playing the sport. You love to see it. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Ford. He did hold up, so it's 3-2. Seen a handful of these tonight.
Wrist didn't completely break, so I'm good. Wrist break, I'm in.
Okay. Do it one more time.
Only 2 hits for Harry Ford against righties this year, and they're both homers. That works.
Take it. It's a 1,000%, I guess, or 100% of it. Wrists broke.
Yeah, they did it from up here. We got it. Join the Nats community on Wednesday, August 26th for African American Heritage Night. Celebrate 50 years of the Go-Go's. DC official music with live music and the Go-Go's Mobile Museum. Or mobile, you know.
Either one.
Either or. And a ball game. Plus an exclusive
It's on the move.
Chocolate City jersey with a special ticket. Visit nationals.com/specials.
Brings up Nunez, who is 0 for 2 at the plate, but certainly a huge defensive play. And Franny said it leading into that at bat for Sal Stewart. Could be the game right here. This one a ground ball, and it's going to be De La Cruz making the play. So 2 down in the 7th. Not your traditional, to kind of finish that point you were making before, not your traditional bullpen day where it's like everybody pitches.
Yeah, we thought there would be a lot more.
Yeah. 2 outs in the 7th. There's only the 3rd guy for Cincinnati tonight.
Well, the one thing that is pretty easy to say is that they've been very pitch efficient, number one, but only 1 walk from Chase Petty and Luis May, Julian Garcia.
But a hit there for Tena. So he was that 1 walk. So he's on base for a 2nd time tonight. We saw Ribalta warming in the Nationals bullpen, so he may very well get the 8th. Probably wouldn't mind another run or so of buffer. But Tito's listening to us, so he's going to make a pitching change after all. We will be back. 5-3 in the 7th.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Washington Nationals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington Nationals.
We welcome you back to Nationals Park. A 5-3 Nats lead. Reds go to the bullpen. Zach McCambley takes over. This is his 7th game of the year. Former 3rd round pick in 2020 of the Marlins out of Coastal Carolina. First year in the big leagues, and a strike there to Jacob Young.
A quick little arm right there, cutter that has some depth to it, not staying on that plane that we see some guys that have. This has more like slider action down.
Young takes down and away.
Lefties this year still haven't had a hit. Righties 471 with a 1088 OPS. Small sample size, 56% of the plate appearances he's had in the big leagues have faced a righty, though. That is called the majority.
Strike to Young, who earlier today, congratulations to him, was named the Heart and Hustle Award winner for the Washington Nationals. Each team gets one, and it's the only award in Major League Baseball that's voted on by former players. So the Heart and Hustle Award winner for the Nationals this year is Jacob Young. Congrats to him. We've seen
that was an easy one.
Yeah, I was going to say it got the hustle part down for sure.
Well, the heart, I mean, just
and the heart, obviously, yes.
He's gone down a couple times on some chest balls, but we'll give it to him. No, he's a stud through and through.
Cut and a miss to end the inning. We will head to the 8th. 5-3, Nats on top.
Oof.
Welcome back. For every strikeout recorded by any Nationals pitcher this season, Washington area Toyota dealers will donate $50 to the Children's Inn at NIH. New pitcher for the Nats, Orlando Ribalta, will take over, try to protect this 5-3 lead. Top 8. His numbers on the year. This is 37th game of the season.
Love it. 37th game, 9 holds, 344, 23% strikeout rate, well above league average. Right around league average when it comes to the walk rate at 9, but his dominance of lefties this year has just been tremendous. 137 average against lefties, 288 righties. It's deception, it's the length, it's where he is on that rubber. He does not give them a real good look out there as Jorge Vivas takes over at second base for Jose Tena.
J.J. Bleday lifts one left side. 3 Nats going after it. Who's going to get it? It will be the left fielder Dalen Lyle. One away.
A nice way to start. Hopefully Giovanni Cruz gets some love from the fans just after You know, second outing, pretty decent. You know, just go strike out when you need one and a ground ball double play with inherited runners. Not bad.
That's what we're talking about. Just it may take an outing or two to settle in, but then when you get those outings where you did settle in, it helps to accelerate that process more times than not.
It does. I mean, we saw a slider for a strike, right? Like he was throwing that for not just about a chase pitch, but a strike in the zone to steal a couple pitches, especially when he didn't have that four-seamer.
Stevenson up the middle. Ball will find you. Knocked down by Vivas, and he makes the play.
Well, twice tonight, Tyler Stevenson on the wrong end of a ball off the chest or off the glove from a fielder. Great job by Jorby. You know, just heel it to chest, push it down into the ground, stop all the spinning there. Nice and easy over. Don't panic with the catcher running. All I see is 4-3.
That's it. It's like in golf, scorecards don't have pictures. Here's Suarez.
Mine do. Yeah. I like the draw.
I'm not allowed to anymore.
Paul, can I get a guitar for 100?
It's also why I wasn't allowed to wear the cowboy hat today, because you never know.
Oh, man.
Never be a country star, that's for sure. Sam Moll warming in the Reds bullpen. A homer and a couple of strikeouts for Suarez tonight. And one hopper deep in the hole and a strong throw. Boy, Nunez putting on a defensive show tonight. Last of the eighth coming up.
When you put people.
Well, welcome back. Well, we lied. See, I was going to give Gerard the rest of the night off, but we come prepared to the ballpark. So they just kind of swap out parts of the camera. And even though I got busted on a foul ball before, the night is not over.
Man, that's like the front end of an Indy car right there that they just they swap out.
Little less urgency than some of the pit crews you might see, but I tell you what, he did a great job down there tonight. And I tell you what, the other thing, no budge on the ball coming at him. Like no, like oh, I gotta get out of the
right.
No,
yeah, but it was softly hit, so I mean, I can't give him all the credit in the world.
Listen, we're not all big league infielders, pal. Okay.
I mean, I would have dove that way. That's why it was so weird. I saw it shoot out towards the shortstop. I was like, gosh, I hope that wasn't someone's head.
The numbers there for C.J. Abrams have been good really across the board. And he leads things off here in the eighth inning as the Nats look to get a little bit extra breathing room with a 5-3 lead. First of a three-game set against the Reds. Campbell got the final out of the seventh inning, struck out Jacob Young. Fourth pitcher tonight for Cincinnati. Bouncing ball, Brian Hayes. That's a peek at that Gold Glove defense. That's not an easy play, and he made it look like it was. Especially not with the speedster Abrams going.
No, he's a special third baseman. I mean, high chopper, fast runner, and CJ, and just play right through it. In the quick exchange, he is just ridiculous.
Of course, his dad Charlie played in the big leagues for a long time.
It's like the cool thing with him is that it's always been there, right? It's never been just like he's had one good year.
No,
like, with his offense struggling, it's so often. He has played such a high-level third base the entire time.
And we talked about it the other night. You know, again, because the Gold Glove numbers aren't as big as maybe the defensive profile would suggest, but it's just because of who else he's sharing National League third base with.
Right.
Nolan Arenado, Matt Chapman. Those are the other guys who in the last decade plus have won Gold Gloves. So there is definitely some defensive competition over there. But he could pick it with the best of them, and did just then. Javi Ortiz 0 for 3 tonight.
Only difference between Ke'Bryan Hayes and those two is that he didn't go to the same high school as them.
That's true. I was actually at the Gold Glove dinner the year that Matt Chapman, when he was in the American League, and Nolan Arenado won the Platinum Glove, and it was their high school coach that came out and gave it to them.
Because El Toro?
Yeah, they know that they've won a Gold Glove that night, but they don't know who's going to win the Platinum Glove, the best defender across the league. So that was a nice little surprise.
Now I know they weren't exactly that in high school, but they're pretty good. You know, you hear all the stories, but you think about for 1 year or 2 years, whatever it was, when they were together, that left side was.
I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I'm assuming no hits got through.
I was about to say, like, if you're a hitter going up there going like, man, how many high school coaches, all right, today we're just practicing hit to the right side.
Ortiz works the walk. You saw Clayton Beater loosening in the Nationals bullpen. They'll have at least a 2-run lead to work with, but insurance wouldn't hurt. Brady House coming up. Reached on an error in the first inning and scored on the Lyle 3-run homer. Lined out and struck out as well. But he has also made a nice defensive play for the Nats tonight. Took a hit away from Tyler Stevenson. Kicks away from Stevenson, and Ortiz will make it to second. Hang on to the bag. He did.
What a read. Right away, dirt ball for Javi Ortiz. You don't have to be fast, just be observant. Work hard out there at first base. He did just that. Get there, nice. See it all the way. A little sooner on the slide, sir. Thank you.
But that's that anticipation that you're talking about before. You're tracking the ball when you're on the bases to know if it's going to be in the dirt or not. You're not waiting for it.
Expectation, hips, shoulders don't turn, right? They stay square to the plate the entire time, eyes on it. How many times do you see guys get picked off because everything's leaning towards second and the gather's right in front of them?
2 to House. Lays off, and it's 2-2. Nats, of course, have scored all 5 of their runs on a 3-run and 2-run home run tonight, but they are 2 for 3 with runners in scoring position. And that would have been the home runs, but was not able to cash in nearly as much during that series in Philadelphia. Cashing in so far. We'll see if they can do it at least one more time here, add to a 5-3 lead. That one to the shortstop, De La Cruz, and safe.
I think, honestly, I feel like Ellie did not know about Brady's speed. Brady could get down the line. Because this is a guy with probably the single best arm in the game. right from the shortstop position, and he just got rid of it nice and easy over there instead of kind of unloading the clip. But Brady doing a great job getting down the line, hit the front part of the base. Save. Really? 7th infield hit this year for him.
So now Dalen Lyle, who's a couple of extra base hits tonight, the home run and the double. And a strike at the top of the zone. Down on the sinker for the strikeout. Second one for McCambly tonight.
Mark your calendars. Get a James Wood bobblehead to add to your collection on Saturday, August 29th. Watch the Nats face the Marlins and get a cool City Connect James Wood bobble. Get your tickets now at nationals.com/promos. That face right there, better.
Yeah, that's a good looking bobble.
James,
too.
Be mad.
Be mad. Do game face. Here's Dylan Cruz. 0 for 3 tonight. But has thrived in these positions this year, these situations. A .296 hitter, runners in scoring position and 2 outs. Cut fastball, a swing and miss, 1-1. Figures to be beater on the mound in the 9th inning. Rodriguez, Marte, and Hayes due up for Cincinnati.
Good job by Tyler Stevenson. That big body of his, square that one up. Talk about talking to Tito Francona today. Just the conversations around the league for him and Brady Singer and the possible trades, and being able to tell Tyler that if you were a part of the conversations, you would love to hear what you were, how you were coveted, how you're beloved within this organization.
Cruz sends a fly ball out to deep center field, but it's the deepest part of the ballpark, and Rodriguez tracks it down. Gave that one a ride, but this one stays 5-3 as we go to the 9th inning. And Clayton Beeter coming in.
The Jimenez.
Welcome back. Top 9 coming up. Paul Severino, Kevin Franz, and Alexa Datt, the rest of our great crew with you. First of a 3-game series, Reds Nationals, starting this homestand for the Nats. And trying to do so with a W. They'll give the ball to Clayton Beeter, his 37th game this season. They'll get the middle and bottom half of the order for Cincinnati.
Well, 2-pitch pitcher, 4-seamer, stays on plane. A pretty good clip. Over 18-19 on that induced vertical break with his fastballs. Has that rising look to it. It's not rising. And then the slider.
Hector Rodriguez to get it going for Cincinnati. Takes a 96-mile-an-hour strike. First big league hit for Rodriguez back in the 4th inning, a double. And sends this one in the air towards shallow center. It's going to be Young calling everybody off and making the catch.
Well, you love to see what we saw from Orlando Revolta, right? Nice easy play down the left field line. Go back on this ball. They seem, get out of there. That's how you do it. Scare them off.
One away. That'll bring up Noelvi Marte. for 3 Knight also had a stolen base in the 7th inning. 2 Ks, 2 of the 8 for Cade Cavalli, who is in line for the win. Ground ball. House is right there, and they're 2-way. Nationals trying to snap the Reds' 4-game win streak. Cincinnati's won 6 of 7, still very much in the thick of things. Both of these teams are within striking distance of that 3rd wild card. Ron Johnson going to hit here for Cincinnati for Brian Hayes. Seven years in the minor leagues. Made his debut earlier this year. And fouled away, 0-1. There for strike 0-2.
So throwing strikes, quality strikes, pretty good to have. An 0-2 count, pinch hitter.
Oh, 2 coming. And that one bounces in. That's fans trying to will.
There we go.
Home squad.
There we go. A little bit louder. Nice.
And he got him swinging. It's a win for the Nationals. 5-3 to start the homestand. Now again, another night, Franny, where it was kind of that complete team game. Cavalli was terrific. The defense was good. Some power in there as well. And it leads to a W.
And more importantly, how about the 8th and 9th inning here at home has been a problem. 100 runs scored against this year, and only the 6th time this year. 6 up, 6 down in the 8th and 9th alone here at home. And Clayton Beater and Orlando Ribalta do that, but what a great job too. Giovanni Cruz. I think the second outing is a little bit more impressive than the first as far as getting the nerves out of the way. Come in here at home. I mean, that we have not had an easy one when it comes to these saves. That was really nice to see.
Yeah. And again, it's all of it comes with the time, with experience, and you just try to be better today than you were yesterday. Again, it sounds simple, it sounds cliche, it might even sound stupid to some degree, but
is that aimed towards me, bro?
No. That's how I tell myself in the mirror every day before I leave the room. Just be better. Yesterday you were awful. Be better today. No, but again, you build. That's how we talked about it in the open. You build on the opportunities that are in front of you when you're a club like the Nationals. They built on it tonight.
They did, and I mean, that's a tough road trip. 1-7. You've dominated on the road all year, and to have that right, there's certain things you can control. It's the next series, and then even more important, we saw it with Cade Cavalli in having your stud, having your number one go out there. I'm not going to call him an ace because it takes a long time to become an ace, I feel like, in this league. But to me, more importantly, go out, get a lead, keep that lead, fight, keep fighting, and don't let it up. And, well, have at. We like homers.
Yep.
How about the guy with the 2-run homer? He's with Alexa Dad.
A huge night for Harry Ford. Tie ball game in the 4th. Tell the Nationals fans what you saw with that home run swing.
I just saw that pitch start in the middle, and it was a good pitch to hit, and just took my best swing on it and tried to do what I could.
Blake Butera today called Cade Cavalli a leader, a true competitor. How would you describe Cade Cavalli's night on the mound?
Oh, he's amazing every night he's out there. I mean, he just praises everyone. Everyone loves working behind him. I know I do. He keeps us in it every time he's out there, no matter what. He's got the grossest stuff you've ever seen, and it's amazing to be able to play with him.
All right, he's got gross stuff. You got Nasty Nas out there making defensive plays. What was your vantage point from that double play from Nas?
Man, it was such a huge play right there. We're pressing. We needed it out, and he just jumped throw it. That was so cool. It was cool to see that from my end.
CJ said it's time to turn the page from last week. How were you guys able to do that as a group here to get the victory?
Yeah, I mean, we come here, come to the yard and give it our best every night. We do what we can to help one another and serve and play our best baseball, and we just start over every day and come out like it's a new day.
Harry, it's Blake Butera's birthday. You want to say anything to him?
Happy birthday, Blake.
You got the victory. Nicely done. Thank you, Harry.
Thanks, Alexa.
All right, big victory for the Nationals to start this homestand. We're going to have Dalen Lyle, who absolutely crushes against Cincinnati, sit down with us next. Kevin Franzen and I will break it down. That's all coming up here on Nationals TV Postgame.